What's up, YouTube? So, in the ongoing saga of the great battle between the Remington 730-6 versus the Savage 110 and 338 Lapua, we have some initial results. Or actually, somewhat initial results. As you all know, .6 should have a little bit of an advantage in some areas because I've had it for 10 years and I just got the Savage. So, what are we looking at? Well, I had my first session at the range, and I did some reload development for the 30-6. I'm trying to develop a load specifically for F-class. And, by the way, if you all want a comparison of what the bullets look side by side, it's 30-6 on the right and the 338 Lapua. This is my long-range load, my extreme long-range load for the 30-6. It's with the 200 grain Hornady ELDX. But today I was working on, the other day I was working on an F-class load with 175 grain Match King instead. So, what are we looking at? Well, let's look at the numbers first of all. I'm going to take our most ideal numbers. And so for that was load 3 with the 30-6. I had an average of 2,898 feet per second, which, by the way, if you're shooting a .6, that is a hot load. I've been loading this gun for several years. It's a 26-inch barrel. Do not expect that out of a 24-inch barrel. It's also a custom barrel, which means that the bullets tend to, it's nicely polished, so it seems like the bullets tend to have a little bit less friction or something, so there's not as much pressure because my cases are still, didn't have any sticky cases or anything like that. Don't try and load to these numbers, all right? But I had an average of 2,898 feet per second, an extreme spread of 12 feet per second, and a standard deviation of 4.24 feet per second. That's pretty good. And I still have a couple more loads to try out. And what that looked like on paper was, let me pull it up right here. Group number 3. This shot I pulled, but this is 4 shots inside of a 0.222 inch circle. That's measured center to center. That's pretty good. That's pretty dang accurate. That's going to be tough to beat for the Savage as far as just strictly accuracy goes. However, keep in mind, Hart barrel, custom barrel. It's had gunsmith work done to it. The Savage has literally had nothing done to it. Oh, also, I've been literally loading for this thing for about 10 years, so I have an idea of what it likes. I just need to refine my load a little bit for F-class. And I think that this might be the ticket, but I have one more load to try, but it's actually a little bit hotter than that one, so I don't know. I may or may not, may just stick with this one, as I don't, 2,900 feet per second is pretty good for a .6 with a 175 grain bullet. I don't really want to push that too much. So, let's compare that to the Savage, which you all been wondering. So, first of all, let's look. My first group with the Savage on paper didn't look that great. I had an average of 2,577 feet per second, extreme spread of 89 feet per second. I didn't even bother to measure the standard deviation because that's not a load I'm going to stick with. However, that's this load right here. So in my shooting with the Savage, I was still doing breaking the barrel in. So for my initial 8 shots, I cleaned the barrel every time. This first shot is on a clean barrel, and then I shot this group after that. So this shot is understandable that it's a flyer. It was also a little faster, which I found interesting. So I'm not counting that as part of the group. But these 3 shots, yeah, you read that right. Center to center, that's a .162 inch group. Totally factory rifle. That's super impressive. Like, I am dumbfoundedly shocked. I mean, I am doing 5-shot groups with this gun, and I was only doing 3-shot groups for record on that on the Savage, but still, that's pretty freaking phenomenal. Especially considering it's factory barrel and all that. However, phenomenal group, but look at my velocities. That one doesn't count. That's the first shot because it's a clean barrel. But 2530, 2619, 2583, like I said, 89 feet per second extreme spread. That's not that great. But then load number 2, extreme spread only 37 feet per second. And that group looked like this. Once again, the barrel was clean for that shot, so that was a flyer. And that's still a respectable group, 0.922 inches. Not bad. And then load number 3. So load number 3 is I had 20, or excuse me, the first shot once again is a flyer because it's a clean barrel. But I had 2,721, 2,726, and 2,737. That's an extreme spread of 16 feet per second. Now we're talking with a standard deviation of 11.57 and an average of 2,728 feet per second. That's starting to look pretty good. And that's using a 285 grain Hornady ELD match bullet. And this was group number 3 out of the Savage. It's 1.362, I believe. I can't read my own writing. So let me go ahead and break out the calipers on this one. Let's see. Yeah, 1.362 because 1.6 something minus 0.338. So yeah, 1.362. It doesn't look that great, but look, there's 2 shots in one hole. This was my first shot. Once again, a flyer on a clean barrel. That shot right there. But I'm guessing I probably might have pulled it or something. And with an extreme spread of 16 feet per second, that's starting to look pretty good. I mean, I can probably get that number a little better, but that still is not bad. I'm betting that this was me and not the rifle so much. And like, you got 2 shots in the same hole. At first I thought I had 3 shots in the same hole. But that's pretty impressive. So, I mean, overall for the day, which gunshot a tighter group, minus flyers, well, actually the Savage did. 0.162. However, the velocities on this group or whatnot, you had a almost 90 feet per second extreme spread. That's not going to be a great long range load. For the .6, so it kind of looks in a sense like, you know, the .6 might be the winner because I know I pulled that shot, and that's only 0.222 inches. And anyway, that's an initial range report. I still have some load development to do on both guns. I need to tweak it now that I've kind of found an area that's a sweet spot. To be honest though, on the Savage, I'm going to continue to go up a little bit because I'm not even close yet to the max charge. I'm about 4 grains off the max charge, and so I'm gonna definitely play around with that some more and see where I can find a nice accuracy node. But I'm getting good velocities. I was hoping to get over 2,700 feet per second out of the 338, which I am. The 30-06, I'm getting way faster than what I anticipated. I'm at 2,900 feet per second. I was expecting about 2,850 or so. But overall, so far, I am super impressed by the Savage. The .6, I'm finally giving it the time of day it needs to really get that good group for competitions and whatnot, to shoot those tight groups. One side note. So, one bad thing about the Savage, and it's not actually the Savage, it's the scope. This is the Vortex Viper Gen 2 5-25. I love the scope. However, had one little issue that I'm going to have to take it back to the factory to get fixed. And I'm kind of disappointed about that. But, so I flip it over here. And so here's your focus knob. Is right here what my thumb is on. You can turn it back and forth. I'm not sure if a screw got loose or what, but there's like no external screw that I can see that I can easily